Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of my life. I'm going to talk about how I came out and how I worked up to it and everything. Just just to help you give a bit of advice on how to do it. So I was around about 13 when I first came out as transgender to my mum and my stepdad because, I could trust them. I prepared for weeks and weeks to figure out what to say, and I don't know, it was just by like feeling in your gut, wait, just before you like do a English talk or something like that, you're like gather around. And, oh my, it was hard to actually say those words, that I wanted to be a girl, and I still remember my mum's reaction, and I thought it was quite funny. I think I mentioned this in a previous video. She said, why can't you just be gay or something like that, and then she was like, I'm kidding, we still love you. And then the look on my stepdad's face was like, he looked a bit shocked. I mean he was okay with it, I guess, but it was kind of a shocking thing to come out as that. The next time I came out was in August, no, not in August, in 2015. I came out about November, and the first person I told was Jenny, my manager in the work I do, cause, gotta let the boss know first, before you tell someone else, because at the workplace you gotta let obviously gotta let the boss know how you feel, so you can be comfortable in where you work. So again, that took me about a couple months to actually say anything, and even then, even though Shannon's like one of my closest friends, it took me a long time to come out to her as well. And I think I mentioned in a previous video how I came out to her when I was picking names. We were just having a conversation through the back. We were staying late and we were in the stock room putting shampoos away. Specifically LV, if I remember that, and the look on her face as well when she realized what I said. I said like, oh, I want my name to be this or something because I do want to be a girl, and she was like, wait, what? And then she started going, oh, I'm so proud and everything. It was really nice. It was really sweet to get that reaction as well, because you never expect how people are going to react when you come out to them. The way I prepared it was I just brought it up in a conversation. We were talking about random stuff. I think hats were involved at some point. And then it just trained on until I came out at that moment, which I guess is more of a surprise that way. I don't want to be formal and drag everyone to the office to tell them how I felt. So then I came out to everyone else at work the same way as well. I would just be talking to them. I think Erin, she found out through other people anyway. So I just had to, tell her formally, so she knew it wasn't a rumour that I was transgender. You know, everyone was really sweet about it. I mean, it took them a while to get used to my new name. I mean, it took me a long time to get used to it too. And yeah, that's pretty much of how I came out. And then with my other friends as well, they weren't really in town, so I couldn't tell them in person. So I just went online. For some reason, telling people online is so much easier because, you know, you're not in front of them looking at their reactions. But no, the people I work with are still very supportive in what I do and what I am. So Shannon, of course, you know, obviously, otherwise she wouldn't be recording my videos. But my mum too, she's one of the most supportive people as well out there. And customers as well. Some customers are so sweet with it as well. I've never really had anybody be rude to me because I was transgender, which is I thought it was surprising because when I read up about it, you know, there was still this, you know, the worry and such. But no, it's like once you come out, it's so I don't know. It feels so much easier after you first come out to somebody, and then it just gets easier and easier and easier to tell people. It's so clearing as well. Like, it really clears the air on how you feel. I felt so much better afterwards, and it's just again, it's just so nice to have everyone's support, even you guys liking these videos. It really helps. And so yeah, so when I came out to everyone at work, which is the first step of being transgender, is you got to come out first before you start anything. There probably will be people who won't be as supportive as my family and friends are, but you know, who cares really? It's what you feel. Go for it. You know, that's what I did. I was going to do it regardless of what anyone thought. Just made it a little bit more easier. So the first thing I did after coming out to everybody was I set up, I set up the appointment. Mum set up the appointment for the GP, which is your local doctor, whoever's assigned to you for your medical needs. You would tell them how you felt, obviously, and they would get back to you on referring you to a psychiatrist or therapist as well, which then you need to travel a lot for that as well. I had to travel to Glasgow into a tiny little room. It was absolutely roasting, and I had to answer all of these questions as well, just so they thought, just to make sure that I was feeling the way, it wasn't like personality disorder, you know. They were trying to make sure it was gender dysphoria, which is what feeling transgender is. And then after that, I believe I had to go up to Rigmore Hospital for my doctor, which then after quite a while I had to go back up to Rigmore again to actually get all the stuff that I needed to start my transition. And now it just keeps going, and instead of me going up to Inverness, you know, to get all, for the doctor to get all my stuff, usually just comes down here, which makes it so much easier. I hate travelling by coach, it's the worst. And then there's a lot of travelling, yeah. And you've got to make sure that if you do feel transgender, like I do, you got to make sure that you're 100% for it as well, because there's no going back. It's irreversible. So you got to be 100%. I know I've said that already, but but yeah. Anyway, that's my story and advice on coming out as well. Again, it's so much easier after that first person. But yeah. Have a lovely day. I'll see you in the next episode. Please leave a like down below and a comment as well. Take a look in the description box as well for Instagram and other such social medias as well. Right, bye!